Crowd at Hair Galleria Beauty Supply's grand opening got out of control this morning, erupting into chaos after pepper spray was sprayed into the crowd.
Well, what we saw this morning was a grand opening crowd that just got out of control after people camped out in this parking lot overnight.
They had tents, they had their chairs, they had blankets, they were sleeping in the car. I feel like if they had like the proper structure, like, formed the lines, like the barricade and stuff, then it would have went smooth.
We had several medical issues came up along with the disbursement of the potential chemical agent, as well as heat exhaustion.
It was babies out here dying from pepper spray.
All right, peeps, we are live. No one has joined just yet. I'm gonna give a few people a few minutes to get in here, but wanted to go over this crazy story out of Houston about a beauty supply store, and it was absolute chaos. It was supposed to be a grand opening, a celebration where there were plenty of giveaways, wigs and haircuts and braids and everything else, but it turned into complete mayhem. There was some news footage that we're going to cover and also some reaction. It got completely out of control. People camped out overnight. Then there was pepper spray. People were fainting from the heat, and then it got shut down by the fire marshal. So you definitely want to stay all the way to the end of this live. This live will be very short. And by the way, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I am coming up on my goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm at 994. So just 6 of you, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Let's go ahead and get into the first video because I think this is pretty interesting. Let's see what's going on.
A crowd at Hair Galleria Beauty Supply's grand opening got out of control this morning, erupting into chaos after pepper spray was sprayed into the crowd. Medics treated one woman at the scene. The Harris County Sheriff's Office called off the entire event, and fire marshals left violations for the owner. But as KPRC2's Joy Addison reports, police say they are not sure who sprayed that pepper spray.
Well, what we saw this morning was a grand opening crowd that just got out of control after people camped out in this parking lot overnight. But the latest update from fire marshals is that Hair Galleria Beauty Supply will be closed for at least the next 8 weeks until they secure the proper permits.
They had tents, they had their chairs, they had blankets, they were sleeping in the car.
Wright has about 2.3 million followers on Instagram and has famously styled Houston native Meg Thee Stallion and award-winning R&B artist SZA. About 14 hours ago, he advertised $300 to $400 wigs, $4,000 in cash, and other items being given away to the first shoppers that could make it to the store.
Wait, so he throwing out, now look at this. He is throwing out bundles and look at how they are acting. Look at this. Imagine if people actually did this when it came to the employment lines or voting. Well, I don't know if we really want these people voting. Hate to say that, but I know that sounds terrible, but look at the chaos from just this man throwing bundles. Like I guess they think he's throwing away free money or gold or something. Like, look at this.
These posts drew the initial crowd. Social media videos show hundreds of people inside of the store and over 500 people camping overnight in the store's parking lot, waiting for the grand opening the next day and the promise of more free items. After the crowd got out of control, police were called for a disturbance and for calls for heat exhaustion. Everyone that needed help was treated on the scene and it was cleared. The fire marshal then arrived and said the owner did not have the proper occupancy permits and closed the place down.
I feel like if they had like the proper structure, like, formed the lines, like the barricade and stuff, then it would have went smoother.
Once the doors are closed, someone uses this as an opportunity or for whatever reason felt they needed to disperse the crowd. Those that were affected were treated by EMS. We had several medical issues came up along with the disbursement of the potential chemical agent, as well as heat exhaustion.
It was babies out here dying from pepper spray.
A stop work order.
There was babies out here dying from pepper spray. Okay.
And 2 violations for occupancy were left on the door by fire marshals. And despite the continued promotion over social media that this grand opening will continue tomorrow, police and fire marshals confirmed that will not happen and this business will remain closed until those proper permits are submitted. Reporting from the Northwest Side, Joy Addison, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Joy Addison, that was absolutely crazy and diabolical. Can you believe how these people were acting? So now we're going to take a look at the promotion that caused all this chaos that I picked up on, I believe this is Instagram. Actually, I can't play the music, but I don't want to get copyright struck. But look at the bundles, look at the prices. Up to $279. Wait, what? Wait, what? Look at these prices. So we looking at $299, $299, and people talking about they don't have no money. But they sure gonna buy these bundles. And the amount of bundles is probably not one. Look at this. 10-inch for $3, 12 inches. You get a foot long for $7. Man, this is crazy. You got lashes. Look at the sale. Gel for $3.99. Buy one, get one free. Wigs. No wonder they going crazy in this line. You got $6.99 little slides. Oh my goodness. You cannot make this up. So August 1st and August 2nd. So that's why these people are going crazy. Doors open at 8 a.m. So people were camped out overnight watching this craziness, waiting for these deals. I mean, let's look at the caption here. We got grand opening August 1st, August 2nd. Doors open at 8 a.m. Biggest grand opening sale giveaway. First 200 customers get 3 pieces, free bundles, and the second 200 get a free gift for 2 days. Wow. So let's check out the comments. We gotta check out the comments. Y'all, the most unorganized hot mess ever. Black owned. Yeah, we're gonna show the guy's profile. I don't think this is his, but I think he's the person that promoted it. Let's see if these prices stay the same when they stay open. No, they won't stay open because they won't stay the same because it's the grand opening. Breaking news. I mean, you can't make this stuff. Can I order online? I was up there all morning. Y'all should have had more security and a better way of keeping count. Maybe people should sign up with a name and number showing their ID at the door next time. Also need more security and parking management. Man, I wish I would have been out there with a drone just to see the chaos in this parking lot. The news said this was a crazy event. They about to steal all this ish. Wow, this is crazy. So let's check out another. This is the guy that's promoting. His name, I believe, is Jonathan. So he's the person that they were saying that does celebrity. He's the celebrity hairstyle. So let's see what he's talking about.
You have ever seen. Hey, guess what? The wait is over. Friends, stop playing. Tomorrow, the grand opening. The ribbon cutting is at 8 a.m. Come on, follow me. Y'all already see all the wigs, but stay at home. Y'all see all these gifts? We got 400 bundles we giving away. It ain't ending. When I say 400 bundles, everybody get a bundle. You get a bundle. All these gifts, I'm giving away to all my friends. So y'all better be here at 8 a.m. I'm not playing. Y'all already know, friend.
All right, enough of that. So now we're going to take a look at the crowd that was out here. Take a look at this. I mean, look at this. Now the police came. This is unbelievable. Of course, it's gonna be some dancing and twerking, I'm sure. Yo, you cannot make any of this up. Now, I don't want to hear nobody talking about people standing in line for Jordans, because this is as bad. And at least Nike was smart enough to start using the sneaker app. But I digress. Here is another point of view of the same thing. Can't play the music, but that's my guy throwing out bundles. Look at him running. Oh, they got a brother over there running for him too. What he gonna do with him? I guess he getting it for his girls. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at them just waving their hand like, yay, give me one, give me one. Look at this dude running. Look at this dude. You can't make this up, man. Can't make it up. All right, so now here is the shutdown order. So they basically violated whatever, they didn't have the proper permits to have that amount of people, because it's only supposed to be a certain occupancy. So they shut it down for 2 months. So they're losing more money. So here are a couple sensible ladies that have a comment about this whole grand opening thing. So let's take a listen.
I say this for all Houston natives. Y'all are embarrassing. Jonathan comes down here, opens up a store, and y'all did exactly what he thought y'all was gonna do. I told my sister, I said he did that on purpose, letting them know that it was gonna be free stuff. He wanted to see y'all act a fool, but he didn't realize it was gonna fuck up his bag along the way, because it got shut down by the city in less than a couple hours of being open. Ladies, we gotta learn how to conduct ourselves better. It makes no sense to fight and play tug of war outside for some wigs.
My goodness.
Wigs? Ladies, for real? Wigs? That was crazy.
But are we surprised? So let's take a look at, talked about Jonathan. Let's take a look at his profile. This is Jonathan Wright. This is his profile. As you see, he's celebrity stylist. He has 2.3 million followers. So he's about his business. I'm not mad at the brother at all. He has, as you see, done a lot of different people and celebrities, and you know, he's about his business. I'll give him that. But his lifestyle choice is not, you know, not my business, but I will say the business choice, not too certain. And so here's one last comment from another sensible young lady that had something to say about this Houston event.
So here comes the opinion that nobody asked for. That whole situation in Houston at that wig store or that hair store, that grand opening, was insane. All you see is a sea of bonnets, house shoes, overweight bonnets, house shoes, nightgowns, night robes, night clothes, absolutely nothing to do, because what are you doing sleeping outside for some hair? And trust and believe, I am a wig wearer. I have on a wig right now. This is Hair BB. This is a nice, expensive wig. Was expensive for me, but it doesn't matter. Like most of these women out here, most women wear extensions and wigs and things like that. But for them to be sitting outside waiting to get into this hair store for some free bundles, the cops had to come and shut it down. The whole thing was just a big hot ghetto mess. And it makes me think, why do people like Houston anyway? Like, I've heard good things about Houston, like, oh, well, it's nice. It's where people go that make good money or whatever. But every time I hear about Houston, it's always some ratchet behavior. Somebody's getting robbed, somebody getting stabbed, somebody getting killed. Something ratchet is always going on. It's true that people could say the same thing about Dallas, but here's the thing. When that is on national news and everybody can see that all of these Black women are standing outside in their bonnets, nightgowns, robes, house shoes, that term, ladies, that's because it's meant for the house.
The house. Not
outside of the house. You don't wear house shoes outside the house and inside the house, but that's neither here nor there.
So yeah, that was complete chaos. So guys, let me know what you think. I just wanted to go over that really quickly because it came across my feed. And I mean, at this point, like, when are we going to really get our priorities together? And, you know, in the community wants to be taken seriously and wants to be the most businesses started, the most educated, this, that, and the other. And we try not to be put into stereotypes. But here we go, in hook, line, and sinker, just acting a complete mess out here. And I just don't understand it. And let me know down in the comments, or shoot me a comment real quick and let me know what you think. Would you have stayed in line or slept outside for some free bundles? Or really, for that matter, and even for the guys, like if they were giving away free shoelaces and socks, or you know, some cheap entry-level sneakers or whatever, would you stand in line and sleep overnight for that stuff? I mean, for me, absolutely not. I'm not sleeping overnight for nothing, because free always is expensive. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. So those of you who are watching, I really appreciate you for jumping on this last minute live. And like I said, I didn't really plan this, but I literally saw the story and I was going to do a recorded video, but I was like, you know what, let's just get this video out here because it is completely insane. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this? Are stereotypes fair? Was this something that is an anomaly? Do you consider this normal? Let me know where you're coming from and what you think about this entire store and the beauty supply and the people staying overnight and everything else. And also, if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I'm really, really close to my goal of hitting 1,000. As of this recording, I'm at 996. So help me get to that 1,000 mark by smashing that subscribe button and like this video to help push this video out through the algorithm. Thanks again for watching, and I am coming back on not this coming up Tuesday, but the next Tuesday, and we're going to start back our live shows with Jay the Professor. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.